Peace and blessings. This is Asaya Mystic coming to you with another message to help you free your heart and soul. Today I'm talking about homosexuality and what's with homosexuality. Okay, I've had so many people come to me in my comments on YouTube and on Instagram who ask me about homosexuality and what I think about it in relationship to the videos that I've been posting on masculinity and femininity. And the way I feel about homosexuality is, and in relationship with its spiritual resonance, is this. Me personally, I've never been comfortable in a homosexual setting. I've never been comfortable around homosexual men unless there was somebody else who was there who was like buffering, like their friend. But if I was to ever just be alone with somebody that I consciously knew was homosexual, and not even consciously know, but sometimes you could just feel I can just feel in their aura that they're like, they could be a little bit gay. It brings me a little bit of like a feeling of discomfort. And that's not because I'm homophobic. That's not because I'm some type of a, whatever y'all want to call it, discrimination, prejudice, or whatever. That don't have nothing to do with that. That has everything to do with the fact that it's something that is not natural in relationship with the earth that we live on. What do I mean by this? The earth is an organism. It is alive. It is something that is alive. I don't know why people like have this subconscious awareness that the earth is not cognitive of the things that happens on it. Like, we live on earth. Trees grow on earth. If you cut grass, the grass is gonna know that you cut it and it's gonna grow back. If you cut down a plant or whatever, or you position a plant in a certain direction, it's gonna know that you did that, and it's gonna readjust so that it can thrive and live. Just like the earth, you can see the resemblance of what the earth does in relationship with our body. What does our body do? When our body gets sick, what does it do? It isolates and rejects the invader. It isolates and rejects whatever it is that's causing the illness, and you will have to eliminate it through your eliminatory system, whatever it's called, okay? Which is known as your colon, your digestion, colon, all of that. You excrete all of the gunk out through your colon, okay? That's how you detox. You detox through that organism. Like your body and the earth are synonymous, and your body knows what to do to get rid of something, and so does the earth. So when people get sick, when people develop like illnesses, and especially certain things happen, it's because the earth is trying to rid itself of something. And I feel that is on a spiritual level, and it goes way deep. It goes way deep. I want to stay on the topic of homosexuality for now, but to give you guys a general understanding, when something is not in resonance with the earth will get rid of it. What is the earth's resonance? What resonates with the earth? What resonates with the earth is things that make sense. Okay? Practical things. Practical things that make sense. So if you are doing things that don't make sense with the sustainability and with the benefit of the earth, then you are out of resonance, spiritual resonance with the earth. If you are doing things that go against the natural order of the earth, then you will be looked at as an invader. And this is in a spiritual sense first. Remember this, because before gay people or homosexual, I'm gonna say homosexual, before homosexuals even decide to do what they're doing tangibly and physically, there was something energetically that was already taking place, and it wasn't just in them. It was in a collective amount of people. It was in a collective energy spiritually. So that's why, you guys, I've been even taking the time to break down what is sacred masculinity and what is sacred femininity, because right now we have women trying to be men who identify as heterosexual and they don't even know it. Right now we have men who are being ultra feminine who don't even know it. Like, it's like you don't even know that you're embodying these traits as a woman. You don't even know that you're acting like a man with the little things that you do, and it's throwing off the balance in your relationships with life. As a man, you don't even know that you're acting feminine in the things that you do because of what's being enabled within society. So you think that it's normal, but it's not. As a woman, just because I'm a woman doesn't mean that I'm feminine. Obviously, there's a lot of women who are walking around as women, but they're not being feminine, or they're not in their femininity, yet they are still identifying as heterosexual, and they're still being the straight people that they are. It's just they're not embodying the energy of. So what this does energetically, what this has been doing energetically, is opening up the opportunity for homosexuality to be manifested in a whole new way that it has never been manifested on this earth before. Now, mind you, homosexuality has been present since the beginning of other beings from other celestial bodies entering into this realm, this domain of earth. When you are from another place, you are from another system, another star system of operation, okay? You're not ruled by earth. You're not ruled by what makes sense. You're not ruled by the same laws of this realm. So it is entirely possible for you to have a feeling like you should do something that is out of the order of earth, of the earthly essence. So you guys know what I'm talking about. When a man and a woman come together on earth, there is another life that has been created from these two beings. When we have a woman and a woman, or a man and a man, it doesn't matter what you do, you will never procreate. And that's just what makes sense on earth. Now, if you go to another star system, if you go to another place on another galaxy, then maybe, that might make sense. But here, it just doesn't make sense. And it doesn't make sense because the earth has recognized you and what's going on with you spiritually as invasive to earth and a threat to its existence. So what earth is going to do to you is it's going to make sure that you annihilate yourself. So you start having feelings for people and things that you can't procreate with. So what they call this is the agape sickness. And agape is a term used to represent love, but what it really means is the right to love anything you want intimately. I can love a tree. I can get married to a tree. I could get married to this 7-year-old child. I love this thing. I love this person. But does you loving them in the intimate way that you love them do anything for this earth, for this planet that we live on? Practically, sensically, no, it doesn't. It is like, it's not something that does anything for anyone except for your own mental trauma. So that's what we really need to start pinpointing and dealing with, and really not addressing homosexuality and the people who are homosexual, but the energy behind how this shit even is being propelled and created in the first place. So that is why I make the videos that I make on sacred masculinity and sacred femininity, because if you have no recognition and you have no understanding of what it means to be in your own sacred energy, then you will inevitably support the annihilation and the decrepity of the planet that we live on, which is Earth. If the people and the beings here are not raising the vibration of the Earth, then what are they doing? You know what I'm saying? And some people are, like myself and a lot of other people. But for those who refuse to heal from their traumas, because the reality is majority of people who I know who have been gay or homosexual, either one was introduced to it by somebody else that was homosexual and they decided to go that route because they felt some type of way about the opposite gender, about sacred femininity or masculinity and how that was represented in their life, or they experienced trauma at some point. Like everybody, it's not just one or two, like everybody, I picked that up in their energy field who I have come into contact with, that oozes specifically black people. Now I will say that some people, some beings, I really feel like it's just who they are to be that way. And then that's when I go back to, well, you gotta recognize that we gotta get comfortable with the fact that everybody is not of the earth and does not literally celestially and spiritually resonate with the energy of the earth, or respect it, and it's kind of not even in their soul to do that. But for others who are much more indigenous to the earth and have stronger soul ties to the earth, then there's just lines that will never be crossed. And that's another video talking about souls and how to know the difference between being indigenous and celestial and all these other classifications that they are for the beings that are on this planet. Because the reality is we're not all human, and we all have different backgrounds spiritually, celestially, and originally. So that's pretty much all I had to say on that so far. You guys let me know any questions that you have in the comments. If anything else pops up into my head, because I feel like I have more to say, then I will make another video. But other than that, you guys have a blessed and wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.